Hello everyone, welcome back. I just hope you all would have liked my previous tutorials. In the same follow-up, I'm going to create a new tutorial in which I will cover the topics test setup and teardown, suite setup and teardown. Now moving forward, in robot framework, setups and teardowns are just normal keywords with possible arguments. Robot framework has similar setup teardown functionality as many other test frameworks have. Now coming to setup and test teardown. Test setup is a function or set of operations which are executed before all test cases. Test teardown. A test teardown is a function or set of operations which is executed after all test cases. If we talk about suite setup and suite teardown, suite setup is a function or set of operations which needs to perform before running the suite and its child suites. If suite setup passes, test execution continues normally. If fails all test cases, the suite and its child suites are marked as failed. Now, suite teardown. If a test suite has teardown, it is executed after all its test cases and child suites. Suite teardowns are executed regardless of the test status and even if matching suite setups fails. If suite teardown fails, all test cases in the suite are marked as failed. Now coming to the implementation part of test setup and test teardown, suite setup and suite teardown. Here I have created two scenarios to validate booking pages on goibibo.com. So scenario number one, TC01 is click on flight link and validate whether user is able to navigate to flight booking page or not. And TC2, click on flight link and validate whether user is able to navigate to hotel booking page or not. So here I have two scenarios. So first scenarios, I'm trying to launch URL using Chrome browser. So this is user defined keywords. Here I had provided open browser by using URL and the browser name as a parameter and then maximizing window. So here launch URL using Chrome browser and then try to click on the link, flights link. So here I had provided the method click link. This is a inbuilt method which are having one parameter as a locator. So here I had provided, and this is the XPath by containing href. So this is the hyperlink. I'm trying to click on this link. So I had created the XPath containing this hyperlink. So guys, you can create the XPath like this, copy the XPath and just Control F, Control V, and you can create this contains @href, then provide the href text flight, FLIGHT. So we can create the XPath like this. So after for generic, we can remove this tag so that we can use it as a generic. By changing the text name for hotels, you can create like this. Okay, so I had created XPath like this and provided here for clicking link for flight and clicking link for hotels. And then I had provided a validation. Title should be this. So guys, first of all, I should create the variable of flight variable and hotels. I will provide the title name over here so that we can provide this during the validation. So I'm just going to provide the title name for this flights. So this is the tag title. Here is the title name. And I will just copy this and pasting here. So this is the title name for the flights. Similarly, we'll click on hotels. I will provide the title name for hotels. The title tag. So I had created two variables. One is flight and second is hotels, and also had provided the value as a title for flight and value as a title for hotel. So here is two test cases. One is for clicking the icon for the flights and then validation, and second is clicking the icon on the hotel and then validating the title. So I'm just going to execute this test case. Robot -d results, then we'll copy the path and enter. So it's injecting the browser, then launching the URL, clicking on flights link. So first validation is passed. Clicking on hotels, the second validation is also passed. And then closing the browser. Now coming to the results. See the result. Open in Chrome browser. So here is two test cases. Clicking on flight link and clicking on hotel booking. So let me change the name for hotel. Okay, so both test cases are passed. So as in both test cases, you can see the method launch URL using Chrome browser. We are calling this method before starting the first test case and close browser after ending the second test case. So we are calling this method once before starting the first test case and once after completing the second test case. It means where we are executing this scenario before the suite execution and this after suite execution. So these method we can place in the suite setup and suite teardown feature. So now I'm going to call this method in via suite setup and suite teardown feature. So here is the tag switch setup. I will remove this method from here and will provide in switch setup. And closing browser will provide in switch teardown as utilizing the feature for switch setup and switch teardown. So it make easy to understand, it reduce the complexity of the program. So that's why we are providing the switch setup, because we are using this method once before execution and after execution. Okay, I'm just going to execute this, whether we are able to successfully execute or not. Again, it's launching the URL. Okay, it's passed. Let me check the result. I'm just increasing font size. Okay. So here is the setup where I have provided the method launch URL using Chrome browser, and here is teardown. So it's executed before the suite and after the suite. Okay, so this is suite setup and suite teardown. Similarly, I am going to explain test setup and test teardown. As the slide I have explained, a test setup. Test setup is a function which is executed before all test cases, and test teardown is a function which is executed after test cases. So let's suppose I want to calculate the time for each scenario, the execution time. So I will provide the start time and end time. So I will create two methods to get start time and to get end time. So I'm going to create a method start time. Here I will just call the method get time. Okay. And second method get end time. Call the method get time. Okay, so I had created two keywords, get start time and get time. Get start time and get end time. So we can also print can I will write this method as a return type method. It will leave it. We can call this type. Okay. So I'm just going to provide this method here. It will print. We can print in log dot. Just provide in log. Storing this method in a variable time. Okay, and just printing in log. As a start. Similarly, for and time. I will provide the start time method in test setup and get end time in test teardown, so that we will be able to calculate, we will be able to check the performance of the pages. So it will be executed each before each scenario and after each scenario. So I'm just going to run and we'll see what is happening. Again launching, clicking on hotel. Okay, this one completed, two completed. Let's see the log. Again reloading and then going to log.html. Okay, this is the setup, suite setup and suite teardown. In the test case, as per feature, uh, as I had provided test setup and test teardown. So test setup is executed before all the scenarios, all the test cases. So it is executed before starting of the TC01. So it's getting the time, start time, and again and time. It's a test tear down feature. It's calculating end time. So it was started at this time and ended at this time. So this is the feature for test setup and test tear down. Uh, I had shown you in TC01. Similarly, in second scenario, it will be also display. So here is both timing. So guys, during this tutorial, I had covered the test setup and test teardown, suite setup and suite teardown. Both the implementations I had discussed. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day.